and we're on.
Hi, I'm Pat Boston. I'm a Biddeford resident. I serve on the City Council. We have a very important referendum question on our ballot next Tuesday, and it's about the Racino issue in Biddeford. And we're being told that it's about jobs, jobs, jobs. And if that were really the case, it would be a simple decision for everybody to make. But it's really about so much more. It's about whether we want to put a racetrack in town, whether we want slot machines, whether we want a hotel, whether we want to put this on 111, whether we want to sacrifice 80 or so acre parcel that up till now the city's been pretty protective of. That's a natural habitat for wildlife and has vernal pools and lots of environmental concerns associated with it. It's really about, do we want to risk something that could undo some of the momentum that we've got going for revitalizing our downtown, because there's evidence that these kinds of facilities really work against the downtowns in the communities that they find themselves in. We don't really have a lot of the data that we need to evaluate to decide if this is really a good decision for the city or not. A lot of people have come forward and said, you know, why is this being rushed? Why is this being shoved down our throats? I'm hearing that phrase used quite often. And some people who say, well, I may not be opposed to the Racino, but I just can't buy into this process. I'm going to be voting no because I just don't have the information I need. And the information that we are getting seems to change from day to day. They started out telling us that there were going to be 900 jobs, and then there were going to be 500 jobs. The salaries were going to be an average of $35,000, and then it was, well, no, it's going to be $17,000. It's just that it's a moving target. What are the revenues going to be? They can't tell us that either. So it's really a gamble at this point. We're really taking a chance on something that we're being promised, that we're being told, just trust us, we'll look out for your best interests. You just need to give us the go-ahead so that we can take this first step. And many of us feel it's not just a first step, it'll be the inevitable outcome that the Racino will come to Biddeford. I've been very impressed with the number and the variety of people who have come and have been willing to speak out against this and have voiced their concern about this bad decision. I think it's been very interesting to note that by and large those people are Biddeford residents, whereas the people who are trying to promote the facility and who've come to our city meetings, and the city graciously allows out-of-towners to speak, but we've heard from people from Saco and Old Orchard and Lyman and Cornish and Scarborough itself, and you wonder why the people of Scarborough haven't been able to convince their own citizens, their own community, to keep this facility if in fact it is such a good deal. So in summary, I just think this, I share the sentiment that many people have, that this is being rushed, that we don't have the information we need. It's not a good decision for Biddeford to move forward with this at this point in time, and I really urge everybody to vote no. And I'd just like to comment on the misconception that many people have been given, and many people unfortunately believe, that there's going to be a second chance at this if it doesn't go down the path that some people might want it to. Again, we're being told it's a first step. It just allows us to sit at the negotiating table, and if it doesn't come out the right way, we can walk away from it. Well, the reality is, if you look at our city ordinances, they clearly state that referendum questions are binding and not merely advisory. That's the exact language from the ordinances. So it's not an optional thing. It's not something you can retract down the road. Once this decision is made, it will be moving forward. The train will have left the station. It's not coming back. There is no second vote of the public on this issue. It will be a done deal.